Hi, it's Dr. Cherie Ritchie with Columbus Women's Care CWC Beauty. This video is designed to help you prepare for your CoolsSculpting Elite consult so that you know what it is, what to expect, what the outcomes can be, who it's for, and why. So let's start from the beginning. CoolsSculpting has been available in the United States and FDA approved for selective fat reduction for decades. Millions of treatments have been performed, and there's over 100 peer-reviewed articles endorsing its efficacy. Very few things in the aesthetic market can make these claims. And that's why we brought it to CWC Beauty. So, let's start at the beginning. CoolsSculpting was discovered by a few Harvard scientists. They noticed that toddlers who would eat popsicles and keep that popsicle in a certain portion of the mouth over time would have atrophy in that area. If we think back on it, when we were kids, we probably noticed the same thing and didn't think much about it. That is, if you love popsicles. They also noticed that female equestrians, women who rode horses for hours on end in cold temperatures, would have a fat reduction in the inner thigh or outer thigh. This led them to the hypothesis of, is there a certain temperature at which human fat cells can be killed, but still protect muscle, nerves, and skin? They brought the hypothesis into the lab, and with a few biomedical engineers, CoolsSculpting was given birth to. No pun intended, as an OBGYN. And so it's been around since that time. CoolsSculpting has evolved over time to give better treatments, more comfortable treatments, and reliable results. CoolsSculpting now is owned by Allergan, and Allergan is a large company that has both an aesthetic or beauty arm as well as a pharmaceutical arm. So it's the same company that may manufacture your birth control pills. See, a marriage made in heaven. So that's what CoolsSculpting is. It is freezing fat to a temperature that causes fat cells to die. The immediate question I actually get asked is, well, once those fat cells die, where do they go? Well, they go the same place fat cells go that exit any other time, through urine and excrement. So that's it. Is it harmful? No. Will you expect to see pounds drop? No. It's a contouring procedure, right? So imagine if you wore your waist trainer. When you wear your waist trainer, it's not that you lost 10 pounds, but your shape is more well-defined and it looks like you've lost 10 pounds. That's what CoolsSculpting does. Okay? We clear on the what and we're clear on the why, because who doesn't want to have fat reduction? Let's ask the where. CoolsSculpting can be used and is FDA approved for fat reduction from the chin to the knee. So under chin, underarm, flanks, muffin top, or bagel, depending, belly, inner, outer thigh, and upper knee. These are all areas that have been treated and documented. Every time you do a CoolsSculpting treatment to an area, you can expect a 20 to 25% reduction in fat in that area. Amazing. Most people will need more than one treatment to an area. It depends on where you're starting, how much fat, and what your end goal is. The cost of your treatment is really based on the number of times that applicator has to hit that area. You can imagine a chin may not have as much fat as a belly, hence a price difference. You can imagine an arm may not require as much treatment as a full flank, bra fat, flank fat, muffin top. That's why I always explain that there's no cookie cutter cost for CoolsSculpting. And that's not us trying to be cheeky. That's not us trying to be coy. That is actually the truth. Every treatment plan is individualized to the goals of the person. There's some people who want to be bikini ready. There's some people who just want to be able to slide into the middle seat on an airplane without touching their neighbor. Everyone has different goals. So, the average cost of CoolsSculpting ranges from about $1,500 up, whether that be 8, 5, 3. 3 to 4 is probably your sweet spot for abdomen. 2 to 3 is probably your sweet spot for arms. And under chin, probably 1,000 to 2. It just depends. We do accept financing. This is not something that your insurance pays for. There's a Care Credit button on our website that allows you to go ahead and access your credit, and it allows you to get 1 year of interest-free financing. So, we've talked about the technology. We've given you some blueprints of the cost. What can you expect once you schedule? When you come into the office to schedule, please arrive on time. Wear black undergarments, so black bra, black panties, like a full brief. If you're a guy, black boxers. Come expecting that we're going to be pinching and squeezing your fat. That's why I think it's really important to do this in a non-judgment zone. We are not stick figures here at CWC Beauty, as you can see. We don't expect you to be. We're used to curves. Curves that are in the right places and the wrong places. Me included. Once you come in, you'll be checked in. You'll come back to the CoolsSculpting room, and then you will sit down with a consultant fully clothed. We'll talk about the technology and the few contraindications. They're very few. It's really those folks who may have sensitivities or medical conditions that result in sensitivities to extremes in temperature. And most of you who fit in that category know who you are. We'll talk about side effects, things to expect on treatment day, and post-treatment as the procedure works. Results from CoolsSculpting are seen 30 to 90 days post-treatment. Once we have talked with you about the technology, we'll step out. We'll ask you to disrobe. We'll provide you with appropriate garments, or we'll use your own. And then we're going to stand with you together in front of a full-length mirror, and we're going to go over the areas of concern. Okay? Judgment-free zone. We will have to touch and squeeze and pinch. There are multiple applicators that can be applied with CoolsSculpting. It comes almost like a Lego set. And we have to kind of see the area and assess the area to determine which applicator is going to be best. We will kind of use dry erase markers to kind of figure out what's going to be the best fit and best contour for your areas of concern. Once we've mapped this out, we'll exit the room. We'll give you some wipes to get rid of some of the markings, and then we'll come back with the cost of your individual treatment plan. If you choose to schedule, we will expect payment prior to scheduling and booking of the CoolsSculpting room. If you just want to take the information and think about it, then we're fine with that too. We'll follow up with you in about a week. So that's your consult. On treatment day, you will come in at your appointed time. Your given specialist will greet you. You'll come back to the same treatment room, and we'll do the work of getting you connected to the machine. There are certain steps that need to be followed for a good treatment. And because we come from a medical background, we are extraordinarily neurotic about following those steps to keep you safe. Everything has a purpose in your CoolsSculpting treatment day setup. First, we get you pictures taken. Again, the pictures are taken to document your treatment, okay? Once your pictures are taken, your applicators are applied accordingly. Now, before applicators are placed on the skin is prepped. A 1-minute prepping happens of the skin using certain emollients that are used to protect the skin. This helps decrease demarcation and hyperpigmentation. After that step is completed, a gel pad is placed over the skin. Feels kind of thin and slimy, almost like aloe, but it's also there for a purpose, to protect the skin while the applicator is placed. Once the gel pad's there, the applicator is placed, you'll feel a slight vacuum or pull of that fat into the applicator, and then it's strapped onto the area. The area is then ready for treatment. Once the area is treated, there will be a 2-minute massage. This massage is super important for your results. And this is probably the only portion of the CoolsSculpting procedure that I will admit might be a little bit uncomfortable. It feels like someone is sort of massaging tissue that is both numb and tingly. Imagine if you were outside in the snow shoveling for hours, came in the house, washed your hands with warm water, and then someone massaged your hands. It's a very similar feeling. Once the 2-minute massage is completed, the area is cleaned of all gel, and then you're done. Now, depending on how many areas we're treating, will determine the time. Each applicator can be 35, 45, or 75 minutes, depending. But remember, we can do 2 areas at once with CoolsSculpting Elite. Once your treatment is completed, you will be brought back into the office 30 days later to do your second treatment to the same area if that's deemed appropriate from your consult, or to move on to the next area of treatment. Results are seen 30 to 90 days. At 90 days, we do like you to come back in, take pictures so you can see your comparisons. Most people are amazed. So that's CoolsSculpting, CoolsSculpting Elite specifically, and that's how we do it at CWC Beauty.